this is Nancy with another For Love of Fantails update. And I think we're all getting a little stir crazy being confined in our homes. Most of us are confined at home now because of this coronavirus. So I've been spending a little more time with my animals. We also have, I have some cats and we have 3 Siberian Huskies. And of course my Goldfish, which always calm me down when things get kind of frenzied. This is where I like to hang out with my little friends here. And I had, of course, a little extra time to be looking things up. Started Googling some things, trying to find more information out about goldfish, and I was reading some interesting things about them. Some fun facts. Probably, if you have goldfish, you may know many of these things, but and I had already figured it. You know, I was reading how they recognize their owners, and of course they're just very friendly fish. But I was especially reading some articles on their eyes, and I've got a real good close-up of this little one. I swear this little fish knows what I'm doing sometimes. And I have affection. I think that these 2 are female, so I have, originally I called them marmalade and toast because I didn't know what they were, but I have renamed them now. And if I'm wrong, well, I've got some different named fish, but I think this is a little girl, and I think this one is also a little girl. It's just the way they're interacting with each other is what's making me think that. And of course she's a little smaller than the solid orange one because she was younger when we got them. So she's a little bit behind in growth from our solid gold fish that we have here. But anyway, I named my little calico Buttercup because under her chin there's a little bit of yellow. It looks so much like if a little girl holds a buttercup flower under her chin. You can always see yellow. So I named this one Buttercup, and I have named this, my other one, Tiger Lily. So, and I guess if you don't name your fish, you probably think it's dumb, but that's okay. I'm getting very attached to these 2 little ones. I've had them almost a year now. So, but I was reading about their eyes. Buttercup will come a little bit closer most of the time. But I was reading how their vision is, of all the animals, their vision, the vision of fish in general, is one of the closest species to human eyesight, and their eyes are very similar in certain ways. There are differences, but that they can see more colors than humans. They actually see ultraviolet light as well. And I thought that was kind of interesting. I was trying to get a really good close-up of her eyes, and I was reading some other fun facts about them. Of course, some people will teach them to do tricks and whatnot, and I was reading an article about how somewhere, I believe it was in Japan, they were experimenting with music, and they found that the goldfish would recognize 2 different composers. I believe they were playing Bach and they were playing another composer, which I don't remember which one it was, and they were doing something with feeding them at certain times, and the goldfish could distinguish between the 2 types of music, which I thought was fascinating. And along with their vision, they can see about 15 feet from what I was reading, which I thought was interesting. And so they're not really good at seeing far away. So that was just a little bit of what I learned in the past couple days with my fish. And I hope that you are keeping safe in your homes and enjoying your fish. I just have a lot of fun with these, and I did a big water change yesterday and cleaned some algae off. And I do want to mention in a comment or 2, I have had people say, well, you don't need to do water changes that often. I usually change the water every day, every other day, and do a big one once a week when I clean the algae off. And I realize you do not have to do water changes that frequently. I like to do that with my fish, especially because it just seems to help to control the algae. Our living room is such that the only place I could put this fish tank was near a window, and it gets a lot of sun. I've been throwing a blanket again on the one end. The sun is getting stronger now that it's almost April, but I just I like to let the sun on a little bit for them. It's not too hot yet. And I also just, I find it, I like to keep the bottom clean because I do have a bare bottom tank. I know you could put a sponge filter in here, but I really didn't like the look of a sponge filter. It's not like I have a lot of fish tanks. This is the only one I have, so. But, you know, if you don't want to change the water that often, that's fine. It's just what I like to do. I find it keeps my tank really nice. And with my Python hose, it's just so easy. I've just gotten in the habit of doing it, and the fish love it. They actually come over to me when I'm doing it. I almost feel like they start to recognize, not that the water ever really gets very dirty, but they just love that fresh water coming in. And I do have good well water. So they like it, and when they see that hose coming, they come right over to me, and they almost seem to like it when I do the water changes. But anyway, I don't even know how I got talking to about that. But I think I will stop talking for now. I don't know when I'll do my next update. I may do updates a little more often because I'm cooped up in the house. But they're doing just fine. I'm going to turn the light out pretty soon. I normally only keep the fish tank light on in the evening. I try to put it on before it gets dark. I don't like to have it dark in here and then turn the bright light on them. Usually as the sun is just starting to go down, I will turn the light on for maybe 4 hours in the evening. And I will give them something to eat about an hour before I turn the light out at night, and turn it out for the night. So, and they usually, their favorite spot to sleep, they usually like to hover right around in here on this side. I'd like to try to get some video footage sometime of them playing in the bubbles. Sometimes they like to get down at the bottom, and they will just kind of ride the bubbles up to the top and then swim over here and come around. It's almost like they're little kids that are going on a sledding hill or something. It's very cute when they do that. I haven't been able to catch that on film, but they did that more when they were younger. They have kind of settled down just a little bit. Anyway, that's enough for now of me talking. I might just videotape them swimming around a little bit more. And I will see you with my next update. Please stay safe, stay in your home, remember to wash your hands. I know everybody's saying this over and over again, but it's so important. Our son is a paramedic, and I can't tell you how important it is that everybody does what they can to keep from catching this virus. Every time you're careful, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping somebody else. And each person that we can keep from catching this makes it easier for the medics and doctors and nurses. So stay safe. Oh, there you go. See under her chin, you can see all the yellow. And I'm getting an interesting view of her eyes. She is so friendly. This is the sweetest little fish I've ever had. So anyway, I will see you at my next update. I have no idea when that will be, but you take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.